All right. Well, my name is Sarah Premeaux, Final Expense Direct. I'm Director of Client Relations, and I have the privilege of having a conversation today with Miss Auzrea Jackson. Auzrea has
Hi.
been a team lead in the customer service department with our company for 11 years, going on 12 next year. I mean, that's a
hmm
long time. But Audra, I don't know if you realize last year in 2023, you conserved $2.3 million of AP. I'm throwing that out right off the bat just to get everybody's attention. $2.3 million of annual premium. And this year you're on pace to do $2.8 million. So, I mean, it
Awesome.
begs the question, how do you do that? How do you go about doing that all year
Oh,
long?
wow. Well, I love my job for one. So, as a little girl, I watched my grandmother get this envelope together for the insurance man, Mr. Bill. He had his own chair in our house. He used to come in and she would tell me, go get the envelope to pay the insurance. And he came faithfully and she trusted him so much. So, when I come to work, I kind of want to be like that. I want the clients to trust me. And when they just start, I got a new card and, they just give me all this information, it makes me feel special, and I love that part the most. So that makes it easy to come in and make 100 dial outs, try to call everybody I can to, just help them get their policies current. So I put it on the clients.
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah.
that story.
Mhm.
Listening to a lot of y'all's calls, day in and day out, you don't treat this like a job or a collections job where you're calling clients and just
Yeah.
trying to get money after them and approaching it that way. It's a process. You're building a relationship with these clients. Some of them you talk to, I'm sure, month to month,
Yeah.
first name basis, or
Mhm.
I mean, it's got to be that. And I hear it all the time. How many
Yeah.
birthday calls have you made this month to
Oh
tell?
my goodness, probably about 10.
10 birthday
Yeah.
calls, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's not even a requirement within our position, but I mean, it just
Right.
goes to show that relationship building goes a long way. We're a
Yeah.
unique customer service department. I love that you guys take that approach. So
Yes.
let's get a little bit more specific. What are some of the ways that you actually can serve these clients when you're getting on the phone with them and you see they're past due, or maybe there's an issue with the
hmm
bank or what have you? What are some of the tactics you use on the phone?
Okay, well, the first thing I would want to do is, just ask them if they have the funds now. If they have the funds now, we can go ahead and schedule a draft. But if they don't, that's going to take a little work. You might have to make a couple calls, follow up, remind them that, we still have a chance to save it. They seem to appreciate that because they know they're not forgotten about and we're not just trying to, let their money go to waste. So that helps a lot. And if they have, if it's new policy, we can redate, we can, set it up for a double payment later the following month, or we can apply the APL, but with the APL, I make sure I explain that this is a loan because a lot of people think that they're, making the payment with that and it's done. No, you're
Mhm.
going to receive a letter in the mail. I just want to let you know. So just explaining all that, it makes them open up a little bit more to you and they feel comfortable. So they're going to try just as hard as you are.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Mhm.
love that. We can serve for a lot of carriers, so we're not just talking
Yeah,
about two carriers, right? I mean, we're
right.
talking even carriers that we're not actively
Six,
writing business for right now. We still have a book of business with those people.
right.
What
Yeah.
kind of knowledge have you collected over the years, from these insurance companies in order to work efficiently? Because it's not
Oh,
like you
wow.
want to call in three-way with your carrier for them to offer the solution every single time you get off the phone, right? Because that's just an inefficient
Yes.
way to work. So tell me
hmm
a little bit about the knowledge you've gained.
Well, just calling the carriers, like you said, that can be a hassle. So I find myself letting the client know, look, we're going to be on hold for a little while. I'll call the carrier on one phone and leave my headset open so that I can still make calls while I'm on hold.
Mhm.
And once they pick up, I'll conference the client in so they're not frustrated from the hold or whatever. And, if it's something that I can handle on my own, I'll just go ahead and do it. But mostly, I would say the knowledge would be learning the how long the client has to make the payment,
Mhm.
because you don't want to force them and make them feel like, a bill, you don't want to come off like a bill collector. You want them to know that you're helping them. And
Right.
that's just basically what I do. Just make those dial outs, try to call everybody. And by the end of the day, I mean, I've reached my goal and didn't even know it.
Yeah, well, you've definitely reached some goals in the last couple of years, it seems.
Yeah,
Do you feel as though our customer service team is pretty accessible to our agents?
I do. I do. I
How,
wish that the agents would, you have some agents that would prefer to do it themselves. They are used to doing it themselves and they don't know that we're going to take care of them. But, all relationships are built on trust. So if they trust us, we're going to do our jobs.
Mhm. Yeah, and we have, different tools in place as well. We have Microsoft Teams, right? So
Microsoft Teams.
agents are able to reach out to you guys immediately if they have a question or they have a client on the phone
Yes.
that needs something immediately. I mean, I love
Yes.
seeing action back and forth and
Mm-hmm.
amongst the agents and the customer service reps. We definitely, I would say, try and we don't want to be a department that's kind of hidden behind the curtain, and you never know what a
Yeah.
customer is doing back there. I mean, we
Right.
publish saves every now and then to see the amount of work you guys do and the amount of
Mm-hmm.
dialogues you guys do, and it's a great working relationship. I believe it's something we really strive
Yes.
for
Mm-hmm.
in our company. So, do you think it's feasible, knowing that? Do you think it's feasible for an agent to work their own customer service?
Well, I think it's time consuming for them. They could be making new money and letting us work on, the existing clients. So, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
there's not too many agents I come across that love to do customer service, right?
no,
They
no,
don't like doing it, but some, someone have that stronghold over their book of business and think that nobody can do it as good as they do. But there's a
right.
mutual benefit to this.
It is.
We make money as an agency as clients stay on the books as well. So it's
Yes.
extremely important to us to have great customer service reps like you and the rest of our team
Hmm.
working the book of business and tackling those past due reports and those pre-notes that pop up and those,
Oh, yeah.
all of those replacement letters. I mean, we haven't even touched on that.
Yes.
It's
Right.
all part of it. So,
Hmm.
what do you say to that agent then that's like, no, I want to do it myself?
Well, I would remind them that they could be selling a new policy while they're working with this client. And, excuse me, it confuses the client when the agent is trying to be everything to the client. We may see it on a report. We call that client and they're like, well, where's my agent? And they refuse to talk to us. So once they sell the policies, it would be beneficial for everyone if they just let customer service, let them know. We might know something that the agent doesn't,
Mhm.
so it's our job to look into that, and save them the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, they just need to
Well,
trust us.
excuse me, that was a great point you brought up. We probably know something that agent doesn't know.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of agents that would immediately just go rewrite that business. If they see
Yes.
client is past due, well, let me just go write
Hmm.
the policy and maybe at a lower face amount. Little, does the agent
Right.
know that we have tactics to be able to, no, let's keep that policy in
Yeah.
force. Just do a quick voice signature amendment to reduce the face amount, or let's just
Right.
process the credit card payment while you're getting your bank account issue figured out and get you set up for
Hmm.
next on your account. So
Yeah.
that's a great point. You've
Hmm.
been doing customer service for our company for 11 years. So let's
Hmm.
leave the customer service to those that know it best. And
Yeah.
agents all day long, let's write new
That's
money.
right.
It's amazing
Hmm.
whenever you can see the kind of income an agent can make when they're busy.
Yes.
They're busy on new money all day long. And
Hmm.
some of our top agents that are writing 3, 4 apps a day. And then while that's happening behind the scenes, we've probably conserved several of their policies by talking to their clients
Right.
and keeping them on the book. So
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Hmm.
All right. What kind of qualities do you think it takes for a customer service rep to do this kind of work?
Well, you have to be focused. You have to be disciplined. You have to have the determination, the dedication, definitely, and, the desire just to want to come in and do your job. Loving my job helps me be the best. It does, because if I didn't like it, I don't think I'd work it the way I did. But um, yeah, it's all you get out of life what you put into it. So if you come in here, work hard, you're gonna see the results. And I see it every day. If
Yeah.
it's one of my coworkers that learned something different today, that makes me happy. Like we are still learning, I've been here all this time and I learned something every day. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I love our crew of 8 reps. And I don't think I've mentioned this
Hmm.
to you, with our 8 representatives in our department. we have a tenure of 51 years in this department. 51 years collectively amongst those 8 individuals. So
Wow.
we don't have a lot of turnover at all.
Yeah.
So
Right.
a lot of experience on our team. Our team does a fantastic job on the phone, making these
Hmm.
clients feel like they're in the right place. You know, the agent
Right.
started off that process and gave them a good experience and sold that individual policy, but really the baton is transferred and passed off to you guys to
Hmm. Yeah.
make them feel warm and fuzzy throughout having this
Hmm.
entire throughout their entire journey with having a policy. Anytime they have questions, which some of our clients love to call in every single month with
Oh,
questions.
yes, yes. Did y'all get that payment?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see it all the time. So, well, Audrey, I think I'm a lot of questions for you. I so appreciate everything you do for us, the amount of work you do for us, how fantastic you are leading our team of customer service reps. Thank you so much. I know you're eager to get back on the phone and get some saves for the day because
Yes. Hmm.
you already surpassed your goal for the year, but that doesn't mean you want to add a little bit more to it. So thank you so
Right.
much.
Oh, thank you, Sarah, for everything. Okay.